Testing, 1, 2. All right. Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? We are live. Thank you for tuning into the Big Boot Sports Podcast tonight. I'm your host, Lando, the Sports Mando. I'm going to be rocking solo tonight. We have a lot of topics to get into tonight. A lot has happened over the past week and a half. And we have some new events starting as well. I'll be bringing tennis and golf into the fray today. So got a lot to get over first. We got a lot to get over with tonight. But the guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Make sure you leave a comment, and subscribe to your boy if you already haven't. Like I said, guys, and if there's anything I miss or I didn't cover in certain topics, feel free to leave a comment down below. Leave a comment down below, bring it up, and I'll be sure to discuss it. And really hoping to interact with the audience again, like I did Tuesday. That was really fun. Well, obviously, the first thing we're going to get into tonight, y'all, the NBA free agency or re-signing. There's been a lot of re-signings that have happened over the past week and a half. Been some pretty big ones, some surprises, and still more continuing to happen. The first one I wanted to there's actually two that happened tonight. So for Grant Williams for the Boston Celtics has been traded and signed to the San Antonio Spurs. It was a two-way or a multi-team deal. The Mavericks were also, not to the Spurs. He's going to the Mavericks. Grant Williams will be going to the Mavericks. And it was some help with the San Antonio Spurs as well. So he traded. He was traded and then signed to the Mavericks. So it was a sign and trade. This is a big pickup for Dallas. Dallas is trying to make some moves. Kyrie Irving did decide to stay with the Dallas Mavericks. Signed like a 1 year or 2 year deal just to stay with the team, which I think was the best move for him because I don't really think any other teams were offering any current contracts for him. So I think he did the right thing there. I mean, that's a good, like I said, that's a good move by the Mavericks. Grant Williams he's a really good upcoming player, only 24, 25 years of age. And then the Trailblazers have re-signed Matisse Thybulle, who the Mavericks were also trying to get, but he decided to stay with the Trailblazers. So, Bryson, shout out to you, bro. Matisse Thybulle, he's another good upcoming young player. He hasn't been in the league very long, but he's on the right track. He's on the pace to make a good name for himself. So that was a good move by the Trailblazers. And then obviously, of course, with the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard is still on the trade market right now. There are many teams that are interested. I saw the 76ers, the Celtics, a couple other teams. He does want to go and play for Miami, though. He's made that very clear. He wants to go play for the Heat. Miami is one of the teams that are interested, but like I said, the general manager for the Trailblazers is he's listening to all offers on the table, see what he can do, because he's definitely going to want some compensation. I mean, you got a 7-time All-Star, Damian Lillard, very exceptional young player, still has a lot of basketball left in him. And a couple other re-signings we saw. Draymond Green signed a big deal to stay with the Golden State Warriors. There was a lot of speculation he was going to sign with Sacramento, but he did decide to stay in Golden State. They offered him a really good contract, so he's probably most likely going to finish his career with the Golden State Warriors. The Milwaukee Bucks have also made some re-signings. They kept Chris Middleton. They kept Brooke Lopez, and they kept another player that's been on their team for a while. Oh, excuse me. And Sacramento, and then I did see that Sacramento also re-signed, or they were able to acquire 2 other players that played at the same college together, and they already had a player on their squad that played at Villanova. So they have 3 players and that are going to be in the starting lineup that all played together in college. That's very impressive. You don't see that very often. So I mean, Sacramento's on the come up. Eric Gordon got signed by the Phoenix Suns today. That's a good pickup. Good pickup for Phoenix. They'll definitely need some help on perimeter shooting, because Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, they won't be able to. They'll be on the floor for a long time, but just to have that extra help in the shooting category, is always a big plus. Let me see, what were other good ones? Sorry, y'all, excuse me. Oh crud, there were some other ones that I did see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Let me get here. Yep. So, so that I did LaMelo Ball. He signed a contract extension with the Charlotte Hornets. Hornets want him to be the star player, play there, or be the franchise player for a long time, and that's a good move. Oklahoma reacquired Davis Bertans, or they acquired Davis Bertans from the Mavericks, and they acquired Victor Oladipo from Miami. Malik Beasley. They signed Malik Beasley to the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm sorry. And then the Miami Heat also re-signed Kevin Love today. Los Angeles Lakers, they got a new player, Gabe Vincent, who played with he played with Miami. The Lakers are looking to restock their roster. Teron Prince, Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes, I believe, is a really good pickup. And then obviously they re-signed Austin Reeves, was a really, really good player coming off the bench, and then he worked his way into the starting lineup for the Lakers. He was a tremendous player, really helped out in the playoffs as well. And the Rockets acquired Patty Mills from Brooklyn from draft considerations, and then obviously Chris Paul was acquired from the Wizards. We all know about that. Let's see. Yeah. I also did see that. Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma, I believe he signed. He got a really good deal too. Let's see here. Yeah, Kyle Kuzma was re-signed with the Washington Wizards. I really believe that was a good pickup. Really good acquisition. We're keeping Kyle Kuzma. He's a really good player. Still young too. He's got a lot of basketball left in him, and Washington Wizards are also trying to make some moves. He got a 4-year, $102 million contract. That's really good. So hopefully Kyle Kuzma can, keep it going. Got some other ones too, but the main ones that happened today, Grant Williams going to the Mavericks, but let me check just to make sure I got it correctly. I don't want to give out any misinformation here. Yeah, so the Mavericks, okay, so they acquired Grant Williams. Okay. And a 3-team sign and trade deal. There you go. I know. Yeah, it is what it is. The Boston Celtics are trying to make some moves. I mean, obviously Marcus Smart got traded and sent over to the Memphis Grizzlies. Kind of trying to, they're kind of trying to go in a different direction. They want to try to get the team on the right track. I mean, they're still a great playoff team. They're just trying to figure out how they can get over that hump. Because obviously, they were out against Miami. They thought they should have been swept by Miami, but they were able to keep it in. But just to go into a game 7 and just get blown out by Miami like that, didn't really sit well with the organization. So they're definitely going to try to make some changes. No news yet. No news yet on Jaylen Brown. I don't believe that the Celtics are going to give him a max deal, though. I think they probably might either trade him or look in a different direction. Yeah, there's a lot of good re-signings, y'all. Definitely, some players are going to be in new uniforms this year. And there's still more trades and re-signings happening on the day. We could see this for a good while. And then James Harden did decide to stay with the 76ers, but they are still exploring trade options. So curious to see where that leads to. But yeah, man, it's been a really impactful NBA offseason, and still have more to come. I'm excited. Well, hopefully we can break it down a little more next week. I'm gonna try to have some people on here next week. And guys, if you do live in the Louisiana area, or if you're from out of state and you want to make a drive in, just you're more and you want to be part of the podcast, just leave a comment down below. And if you're interested, you really love sports, you have a really good vast sports knowledge, always down to hear opinions, have good conversation. It's a lot of fun. Um, yeah, so that's all we have. That's all we have for the NBA. One more thing I did want to mention. I did see that Victor Wembanyama, who he's killing it in the summer league right now. From what I hear. However, though, he did have an incident with Britney Spears, singer superstar. Apparently, she supposedly bumped him at a game, but according to her, she tapped him. You know, I don't really know the full context of that story. I just saw it. It was just, I don't know. It was just kind of weird, but I don't know. It's crazy. Let's see. Okay, so Brittany was smacked in the face by San Antonio Spurs security. She wanted a picture with Victor Wembanyama. Oh, yeah, well, that's gonna be hard. They always got said she was assaulted. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. Just I mean, when you try to take pictures with up and coming superstars or any superstars for that matter, they're always going to have a security detail with them. Even if you are another celebrity, it's going to be hard for you to get a picture. But obviously, Victor didn't want to take a picture. So, but so far, I mean, yeah, I mean, so far every game that Victor Wembanyama has been a part of, I mean, it says the stadiums have been sold out. So people are really in for the hype, and he's committed. He wants to get it done. You like to see that in a young player. Hopefully, he has a tremendous career, which I believe he will. I mean, they said he's a tremendous talent. Oh, we got one. All right, 1 second. Let's see. So sorry. Give me 1 second. Oh, Brady, welcome to the show, buddy. Glad to have you back. I think security should apologize on it. I mean, yeah, it definitely wasn't Victor's fault, but like I said, I didn't really get a chance to read too much into the story. It was I did see that his security guard like slapped Brittany or something like that, or pushed her because she was she trying to get a picture like as quickly as possible, but Victor just didn't want to take a picture, something like that. Man, sometimes almost every NBA, up and coming player or NBA superstar, they have security detail. I mean, LeBron always has security detail with everywhere he goes. So I mean, the security detail can be really brutal because I mean they're tasked with taking care and protecting the players or the player. Because sometimes fans will want to get out of hand and just try to do some shit. But I don't know. I mean, it just seems like this is a little aggressive. Like his security guard could have just been like, no, he doesn't want to take a picture right now. He's ready to leave. And then I think he was a little aggressive with it. But I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about that. So to get So going to the next topic, got a couple football topics here. So Mark Ingram, running back, played most of his career with the Saints. Also played with the Ravens and the Texans, and then back with the Saints. Finished his career with the Saints. Drafted in 2012 out of the University of Alabama. He was a good running back for the Saints for a while. At first he kind of stumbled a little bit, like he wasn't all there. But then once Alvin Kamara came into the scene, they had a wonderful two-back system going, and it really was fruitious. Excuse me. And I really enjoyed watching them play together on the field. But I think Mark Ingram he hasn't really said it, but I think he's retiring from football because Mark Ingram will be joining Fox as a sports analyst. Usually when players join to be an analyst, Fox, NBC, anything like that usually means they're done. They're retired from football. Like they say that's not a retirement, but that's pretty much is. Pretty much is. I mean, you've seen that with Tony Romo, Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan will be joining as an analyst, even though he said that this is not a retirement. We know it is. I mean, Matt Ryan is just not the same player he once was. I mean, I thought he was I think he was a great quarterback, but I mean, I just don't think he has it in him anymore. I mean, if he does decide to play again, I don't think he'll be nothing more than a backup quarterback. But I'm really happy for Mark. I mean, obviously, he did what he could. I mean, he didn't have a great career, but he did have a good career, So, shout out to him. I hope he does really well as an analyst. And then the Washington Commanders center, Chase Roulier, he just retired. He announced his retirement today at the age of 29. He appeared in 69 games. But only started 63. He was taken in the 2017 draft. So, and unfortunately, he's missed the 2021 season and 2022 season, being on injured reserve. So he was hurt the last 2 years. So, I mean, he's had some time to reflect, and then he's obviously retiring because the injuries that he sustained and not being able to play football. I mean, probably his family's worried about him, and he's taking a lot of family consideration into that. Yeah, it's just, I mean, he was only 29 years old, but obviously still had a lot of football left in him. But sometimes it's just the way the game goes. I mean, football is a very violent sport. I mean, you're lucky to play like 5-6 years in the league, let alone like 10 or more. 10 or more years in the NFL is a blessing. But really, I hope the best for him. And if he does decide to come back, hopefully he'll be in the right state of mind and he'll be able to, deliver for whichever team he decides to play for. I mean, I think if he does decide to unretire, I think he's still under contract by the Washington Commanders. So, yeah, he was a top-tier center coming out of that draft, too. Yeah, but and another thing, um, Corey Corey Dillon, who was a running back, he was a running back for the Bengals and the Patriots. He got honored the Bengals Ring of Honor today, but he said something about their process being whack, where he kind of like slammed it or whatever, like it was weird. Which I don't know why he did that. I don't really know what his purpose was for doing that, but I mean you're being honored. You're being honored by a team. I mean, I don't really think it's in the best interest of you to like just show up a team like that. I don't know. That's just me. But let me know what y'all think about that. And then I did also see that the NFL is extending their contract with gambling integrity companies or associations, just which is a really good thing because I mean obviously they've had issues of players getting caught gambling and they had to be suspended either indefinitely for a year, a couple games, whatever the case may be. It's definitely a good move for the NFL just so they can keep a tighter progress on players not being able to mess up their careers. Um, So yeah, so hopefully this will help players, or they'll be able to help players not to throw their careers away by doing something so foolish. So hopefully that works out in the long run, which I believe it will. All right, okay, and audience, thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. If you have any topic or event that you want me to discuss or talk about, leave a comment down below. But thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight, y'all. Really appreciate it. So next we're gonna move on to baseball. Obviously, the MLB is still going strong. They're about to come up to the All-Star break, which will be halfway through their season, which is crazy. A lot more baseball to come through though. They're coming on the All-Star break. Here I'm gonna go over the top tier teams. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, so the MLB Power Rankings. These are the top 10 teams in the MLB right now. Number one, we have the Atlanta Braves with a 58-28 record. So in the month of June, they finished 300 batting average as a team. Very impressive. Average 3 homers and 7 runs per game, and the team slugging percentage was .580 almost. That is incredible. And they have one of the MVP frontrunners on their squad, Ronald Acuna Jr. Ronald Acuna, he's one of the. Not only is he a good hitter, but he's a great fielder too. Yeah, he locks it down at center field. Really fast player. I've seen his highlights. It's incredible. Well, excuse me, right field. He'll play either center field or right field, but he does play right field most of the time. The Tampa Bay Rays, Pearson, shout out to you, buddy, Tampa Bay Ray fan. Tampa Bay Rays are 57-32. So, I mean, they're right there with Atlanta. They're keeping close. I mean, Tampa Bay started off as the hottest team in MLB when the season first started. They kind of staggered a bit here and there in the month of May, but they got it back up. They got it together in June. They've been on a roll in June. Whew. Yep. Yep. And the Texas Rangers are third at 51-36. That's the division that the Astros and other teams are in. So the Rangers are killing it, though. I mean, they have. No, they kind of struggled to get better when it was playing against the Rangers have lost 3 of their last 4 games, so they were playing against the Atlanta Braves, who are the best team in the MLB right now. So, oh man, but the Rangers do have the most players going into the All Star game. They have 4 pitchers going into the All Star game. And then obviously they have Corey Seager and Jonah Heim. Corey Seager is their shortstop, and Jonah Heim is their catcher. Those guys have been showing out. Yeah. And the Houston Astros are fourth at 49-38 record. They were eighth. They were in the eighth spot before, but now they've risen up to 4, so that's good for them. Yeah. But unfortunately, though, Jose Altuve will be out with the injury for a little while. He's been put on the IL. I think it was like a 15, 20-day IL, so he's going to be missing some games. And then Jordan Alvarez, he's kind of on a rehab too, but he should be coming back soon. And then Michael Brantley, they won't be expecting him back anytime soon, so we'll see how it goes. The Arizona Diamondbacks are 50 and 37th. They're the fifth team ranked. Obviously, Ketel Marte, really good player. I've watched him a little bit over the season, and he's hitting the ball really well. He's a switch hitter too. Those switch hitters are deadly, man. And then obviously they got the new and upcoming Christian Walker, Geraldo Perdomo, Corbin Carroll, Lucas Gurriel Jr., and Zach Gallen. Wow, I mean, they got some talent, man. Lucas Gurriel Jr. is their left fielder. Zach Gallen is one of their starting pitchers. Zach Gallen is he's their best pitcher for the Diamondbacks. I mean the Diamondbacks got some talent, man. They are loaded. They are a scary team. The Dodgers are, and then of course the Dodgers are 6 at 48-38. I can't stand the Dodgers. I know I hate the Dodgers. But it does look like they're kind of here and there. I mean I did know that Clayton Kershaw, Noah Syndergaard, Clayton Kershaw's on the IL list right now, which is the injured list. And a couple other pitchers are kind of struggling as well. Tony Consolin and Noah Syndergaard, they're struggling, and then Julio Urias. Ugh. Yeah, their ERAs haven't been looking great. I mean, there was a little stretch during the month of May where the Dodgers were giving up like so many home runs, where they were giving up like 2 home runs a game or something like that in a week. It was crazy. It looks like their pitching is still kind of struggling a little bit, but they still got a lot of talent on that team with Mookie Betts, Matt Muncy, Will Smith, Freddie Freeman. I mean, bro, list goes on. 7th is the Baltimore Orioles. They are 50. They're 50 and 35. Zach, shout out to you, buddy. Lived for growing up in Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, they've had some. I mean, the Orioles have had some tough series. I mean, they had the Blue Jays, the Cubs, the Rays, Reds, Twins, Yankees, Twins again, the Dodgers. I mean, they had a tough stretch. And then they had to deal with the Padres, my Padres. Yeah. Jordan Westberg, Colton Cowser, and then Cedric Mullins. I mean, they're doing good. And then they have a guy that they're about to bring up in AAA, Colton Cowser. He's averaging 330, 459, 537 in AAA. So wouldn't be surprised to see if he gets called up into the majors very soon. And then eighth, we have the New York Yankees. The Yankees have kind of been struggling a little bit. Yeah, I mean they're kind of staying up because they had a series against the Oakland Athletics, who are probably the worst team in baseball. It's between them or Kansas City. I think Kansas City's just a little bit better than them, the Royals. But yeah, I mean they're kind of keeping up because they had a series against the worst team in baseball. So I don't know. I mean, Aaron Judge is obviously still hurt right now. He had a torn ligament in his toe. So the timetable for him to come back he's going to miss a while. So I mean, the Yankees might struggle a little bit offensively, but hopefully, Aaron Boone can get the club together. I mean, so far he is, but I mean, they haven't really played a top tier team yet. I mean, since the Athletics. I know they're getting crushed by the Orioles right now, 13-0. Which another thing too, after I go over this, I'll go over the MLB scores, the final scores for today and ones that are going on right now. The Toronto Blue Jays are ninth at 46-40. And then 10th is the Miami Marlins at 51-37. Man, how is Miami not ranked over Toronto? That's crazy. Alex Manoah's coming back. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But Alex Manoah had a 6.36 ERA. Whew. So he got sent down. He's just now being called back up. That's crazy. And then the Marlins with Sandy Alcantara. Oof. He won the NL Cy Young Award, which is an award you give out for pitchers who played really well. He's ranked 57 out of 63 qualified pitchers. Wow. Yeah, he's not. Yeah. Hopefully he can get back together. But those are the top teams right now, or the top 10 teams in the MLB. Of course, Slade. I'm sorry, bro. The Red Sox are ranked 17th at 44-43. Ugh. My Padres are 19th, 41-46. Oof. Well, I don't know. Trade deadline's coming up soon for the MLB, and there's always some crazy action that happens in that department. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, the like I said, the All-Star break is coming up for the MLB. The All-Star game should be coming up as well. It'll be at T-Mobile Park this year in Seattle, where the Seattle Mariners play. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so the home run derby will be July 10th, which is a Monday, 5:00. And then the MLB All-Star game will be July 11th, that Tuesday at 4:30. So next week, the MLB Home Run Derby and the All-Star game will get underway. And then when that Tuesday show will come around, we'll discuss the Home Run Derby. We might even broadcast it live. But due to copyright reasons, we won't be putting on the live broadcast, but we'll do it to where you can hear the audio and all that good stuff. All right. There we go. So, next one. All right. So that's all we have for baseball. Next thing I'm gonna get into is the Wimbledon, which is a big sporting event that happens, or a major sporting event that happens in tennis uh, every year around this time. Mainly gets played in Australia. Well, no, not in Australia. It's in great. I want to say it's in Britain or something like that. I could be wrong. Yeah. All right. Yep. London. So it's played in London. Wimbledon, London, since 1877. So they've had many matches over the years. Um, I did see a couple of the matches today, and I saw some highlights of other ones. Venus Williams got eliminated, but she suffered an injury during her match. She messed up her ankle, which you hate to see. I mean, she's she's a really good player. I mean, really great tennis player. Been in the game for a very long time. Her and her sister Serena. Um, so hope a good recovery for her. Um, doo, doo, doo. Yep. So Andy Murray, one of the top tennis players. He took a 2-1 lead versus Sissipas. I think, yeah. So their match is sort of on curfew right now. I think the match went on for a very long time, so they just kind of had to cut it to give them rest. But it will resume at 3 p.m. at their local time. Yeah, it went on for a while. It got cut off at 10:39 p.m. Whew. And then Brody versus Rudd. Um, let's see. Wimbledon. Yeah, so the Wimbledon is from July 3rd to July 16th. So there's going to be a lot of good tennis matches to come. My personal opinion. My personal take on the matter would be that obviously, I really do believe that Andy Murray is a huge favorite to win the men's Wimbledon. Obviously, you got Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal. I think Rafael Nadal was. I think he pulled out of the Wimbledon because I think he was dealing with like some lingering injury issues. So he just wanted to focus on his health. I think Roger Federer is in it. Let me check this out. Okay. Yeah. Novak. Oh, Novak. Yeah. So Novak Djokovic. He's killing it right now. Oh yeah, Serena. So Serena Williams is not at this year's Wimbledon. It said that she is pregnant with another child. So obviously she would not be able to participate. So, but her sister Venus was in it. Like I said, Venus got eliminated. She suffered an injury with her match. Like I said, hopefully she makes a speedy recovery. Let's see. Let me take a look at the scores. So we had three. So there are three matches that were suspended today, probably due to time constraints or stuff like that. Andy Murray's match was one. Med- Medvedev, and Menarino, their match got suspended, and then Girian and Fuchsavix, their match is suspended. The matches that did finish, Shelton from America lost to Dare by 6-3. So it's scored by sets. Tennis is scored by sets. You do three sets. So 6-3. So 6-3, and then Tifo won against Stricker. Tifo's an American tennis player. Tifo won 6-2. Mir and Fritz. Tony Fritz was Tyler Fritz, I believe. He was another American tennis player. He lost to a guy from Sweden, I believe, Mir, or his name is Emir. They lost 6-2. Pella Mayut, Gripella won 7-5. Corondolo and Leheka won 6-2. We have another American guy here, Paul Paul won against Rayonic 6-4. So many lot of matches today, guys. But there's gonna be more to come. Like I said, it's gonna be all the way till July 16th. So I'm gonna watch a little more of those, keep track of that, and then we'll definitely be able to talk more about that. We'll talk more about the matches next week for sure. And then before I move on to the next one, let me go back to the MLB scores. I didn't read over the scores yet. So sorry. Okay. All right. So today, the first game, the Reds beat the Nationals 5-4. The Tigers beat the Athletics 9-0. Brewers beat the Cubs 6-5. Blue Jays beat the White Sox 6-2. The Phillies won against the Rays today 3-1. Hey, Della, shout out to you, Philly fan. Cardinals won over the Marlins 3-0. The Orioles won over the Yankees 14-1. That's insane. And then we have a couple of games going on. This game is in the bottom of the sixth. The Guardians are up over the Royals 3-1. The Red Sox won over the Rangers 10-6. Good win for them, Slade. In the bottom of the fifth, the Blue Jays and White Sox are tied at 3-3. At the bottom of the eighth, going into the ninth, the Mariners are up over the Astros 4-1. In the top of the third, the Mets are up over the Diamondbacks 7-0. Top of the second, the Dodgers are up over the Pirates 2-0. So those are the last games there. The rest of the games will be tomorrow. I got to say, guys, our team that I'm really excited for, or that I'm really rooting for right now, I mean, besides the Padres, I mean, I'm really rooting for the Atlanta Braves. They, like I said, they're killing it right now with Ronald Acuna, Yandy Diaz. I mean, they're really doing good, and their pitching staff is getting better too. But whatever. Let me know what favorite MLB team you guys are, or what MLB team you're watching, or that you're really excited for this year that will make it to the postseason. Whichever team you're excited for, leave a comment down below. All right. And then guys, so after tennis, we got the UFC. So we got some good fights this weekend. Oh, so sorry. Okay. All right, so we have the main event this Saturday, July 8th. It'll be Alexander Volkanovski against Yair Rodriguez. That's going to be the main title. That's going to be the main event, the title fight. Uh, Volkanovski is looking to keep his streak going. He's won his last 9 fights, so he's coming in as a heavy favorite. So Yair Rodriguez is going to look to come in with the upset. Honestly, guys, I think Volkanovski is going to take this one. He's killing it right now, and I've heard a lot of close friends of mine and other people say that he's a really good fighter. Then the co-main event is Brandon Moreno versus Alexander Pantoja. Alexandre Pantoja is the favorite in this fight. I didn't really hear. I didn't. I don't know too much about these two guys, but I do know Alexander Pantoja. I've seen a couple of his fights. He's pretty. He's pretty good. He's a real. He's more of a guy that's really good at the knockout. And he's been fighting for a while. He's 33 years old. But yeah, that's going to be the co-main event. I have Alexander Pantoja in this fight, and then Robert Whitaker coming out to fight against Driscus Duplessis. I like Robert Whitaker. I've watched a good bit of his fights. He's really smart. He knows how to. He doesn't take too many risks. Like he figures his opponents out, and then he just goes in. He's a really technical fighter, and I really like that about him. Then the lightweight is Jalen Turner and Dan Hooker. This one can go. This one can go either way. Jalen Turner, 13-6. Dan Hooker, 22-12. Jalen Turner's kind of been on a slump, and then Dan Hooker. These are both tall guys. Dan Hooker 6 foot, and then Jalen Turner 6'2". So got some tall guys going up here. I got Dan Hooker in this fight. But middleweight, we got Bo Nickel versus Val Woodburn. Some two up and coming fighters. So they're both undefeated. It was Bo Nickel versus Trayson Gore, but it looks like that fight got canceled. I think something happened with Tristan. I don't know if he got hurt or if he wasn't able to make weight or anything like that. So Bo Nickel will be fighting Val Woodburn. Let's see. They're both pretty young. They're both under 30. Val Woodburn's 29, and then Bo Nickel's 27. But Bo Nickel has the reach. He has a 2-inch reach over Val Woodburn. So this fight can go either way. But I think I might take Bo Nickel for this one. Let me know what you guys think. So we got Bo Nickel, Val Woodburn. Let me know who y'all win. Let me know who you got for that one. And then Jalen Turner, Dan Hooker. Leave a comment who you think will win that one. Robert Whitaker and Driscus Duplessis. Drop a winner for that one. Brandon Moreno and Alexander Pantoja. Let me know who you believe will win that one. And then the main event, Alexander Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez. Who you have in that matchup? So guys, take your time, guys. Let me know who you think will win those matchups. Guys. So thank you for everybody for tuning in tonight. Like I said, I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. If you leave a like, comment down below, and I'll subscribe to your boy if you haven't, or if you haven't already. And sorry, I do apologize if I'm kind of stuttering a little bit, or if I'm kind of messing with my sentences. But next I'll definitely get that better or pick it up on the next show. So the next show will probably start a little like I'll try to start at like 8:40 or 8:45. Our annual kickball season that I do in Baton Rouge will be starting up next week, so might have to push back the starting time just a little bit on Tuesdays. The Thursdays will still be will still be the same time. I'll start at like 8:30, 8:45, or 8:30, 8:40. Excuse me. Um, let's see, and then on July 29th, Dustin Poirier will be fighting his championship fight. Um, I'll definitely want to tune into that because we've got to support our Louisiana boy. Dustin Poirier is a really great fighter. A lot of people have been talking about him. A lot of my friends love him. A lot of other people love him. So we'll be really excited to see that on July 29th. Then last but not least, y'all, we got some golf. The John Deere Classic. I wasn't able to watch that as much. Let's see here. Yep. But right now, Jonas Blixit from Sweden is leading with the score of -9. Let's see, Greg. Let me see if I get his name right. Grayson Murray is in second with -7. Sig is third with -7. So we got a couple people tied for third. Sig, Schneck, Higo, Lashley, and Warnski and Young. They're all tied for third with -6. So that's quite a bit. We got a lot of American golfers in this tournament. This is nice. Whew. I don't watch too much of golf, y'all. I do play it sometimes, just with friends or just if I have some free time. It is a fun sport. It's not very fun. It may not be as fun to watch on television, but it is a really great activity to do live and in person. But right now, it's either Grayson or Blixit are the favorites to win. The John Deere Classic is part of the PGA Tour. It's going to be from July 6th to July 9th. So it just started today. So they've got about 2 more days left. Oh, excuse me. Well, 3 days left in total. But honestly, I might take Grayson Murray in this. I was at work, but I watched a couple of them. He was getting on the green really well. He has some good drives. He almost had a hole in one on one of the courses. I'm not sure which hole it was. But he got on the green very quickly, and he was able to get his birdie shot. Very, very close to the hole. Nice putt. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I really thought he was going to get a hole in one there, but he pieced it up pretty well. But hey, let's see. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of Americans competing in the John Deere Classic. Should be a fun matchup ahead, or should be a lot of great matchups ahead. But like I said, I got Grayson Murray winning this event. Let me know who y'all think will win it. Let's see. Well, yeah, everybody. I was able to kind of get through these events very quickly. I do, but audience, is there any topics or any games that y'all would like me to discuss or go over before I log off in a few minutes? Any events or any games at all? or was there any story or anything that y'all saw that was interesting that y'all like to talk about? All right. Let's see here. Just gonna make sure I covered over everything. Yeah, y'all. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, that's all the topics and games I have to talk about with y'all today. Um, make sure y'all tune in to the next show on Tuesday, July 11th. We're gonna be starting around 8:40, 8:45 there. I'm gonna try to get back from kickball as soon as possible. But and then I'll have some special guests on as well. So we'll have some special guests for Tuesday and Thursday next week. But guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight, y'all. It's really been a pleasure. I hope y'all have a wonderful night, and we'll see y'all next week. Thank you so much, y'all. Oh, and as always, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Big Boot Sports Podcast. Oh.